This man Cook, and now I'm have some information about the Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh have the lovely name is the Uncle Ho. He is the national liberation hero, and he was born in the 19 May 1890 in the Nghệ An province, and he passed away in the 2nd September in 1969 in Hanoi. He was born Nguyễn Sinh Cung, also known as the Nguyễn Tất Thành and Nguyễn Ái Quốc. He was a Vietnamese communist revolutionary leader who was prime minister from the 1945 to the 1955 and the first president of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. And I list some milestones of his story. The 1890, in the 19 May 1890, he was born in the Kim Liên village in Nghệ An province, small village in An Nam, central Vietnam. And he was born in Nguyễn Sinh Cung, but later adopted the name Ho Chi Minh. When he was born, Vietnam under the French control, three regions of Vietnam with Laos, Cambodia were colonized with the name Indochina under the French control. And the 1907, after receiving primary education at the local school, Ho and his brother traveled in the city of Huế to attend the practical French Vietnamese academy. 3 years later, Ho left the academy before the graduating and working briefly as a school teacher in the town of Phan Thiết. And next, in the 1911, he traveled to Saigon and obtained the job as the cook aboard with a French steamship bound for the French city of Marseille. Although the details not have well documented, Ho spent the next 2 years traveling around the world, visit the city in Europe, Asia, the North American, and according some account, Africa and South America. So he eventually stepped in London. In the 1917, he moved to Paris during the height of World War I. He adopted the name Nguyễn Ái Quốc and became the involved in Leipzig and anti-colonial activism. In the 1919, Ho worked to found the Association of An Nam Patriot, organization come up of Vietnamese national living in the France who opposed the French colonial occupation of Vietnam. And in 1920, Ho Chi Minh became the founding member of newly created French Communist Party. In 1921, II, who found the Joyner Lee Pyre, which up the venue for anti-colonial activists to express and disseminate their view about the French colonial dominion. In the 1923, he traveled to Russia for the first time. So after subsequent visit, he became the acquainted with the most influential Soviet leader, and he worked as against the Comintern. He studied the thought of Mark Lenin as well as organizational and revolutionary tactics. In the 1925, he traveled to China, where he worked closely with Mikhail Borodin, fellow Comintern, against to form socialist revolution in China, and in there he formed the Thanh niên cách mệnh đồng chí hội, later known as Timo is the Thanh niên. The organization compiled the Vietnamese assembled living in China and dedicate their revolution in Vietnam. And in the 1927, he fought to leave China after the Chiang Kai-shek, the leader of the Nationalist Party, instituted vicious crackdown on the left-wing radical who fled to the Soviet Union. He spent the next few years based in Russia, but missed frequent trips into China to recruit members for Thanh niên. In the 1930s in Hong Kong, he fought the Vietnamese Communist Party, later renamed the Indochinese Communist Party, and the 1931 who addressed Hong Kong by the British, and he returned to Moscow, where he was renamed until the 1938, and in the 1938, Ho Chi Minh traveled to China to serve military advisor for the Chinese Communist Party after the Japanese invasion of China. So when in the 1941 he returned to Vietnam for the first time since he left the country in the 1911. Then he founded the Vietnam Độc lập Đồng minh, the League for the Independence of Vietnam, later called as symbol the Viet Minh, an organization composed of Vietnamese nationalists and a communist group, Communist of Vietnam Independence. Then, the 1945, at the close of the World War II, Ho Chi Minh organized the Viet Minh to form a large scale uprising in Vietnam. The Viet Minh captured major cities across the Vietnam and declared Vietnam independent state. Vietnam became known as the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, and Ho Chi Minh became the first president. So, in the 1948, 46, Ho Chi Minh signed the agreement with the French that Vietnam be recognized as an independent state under the condition that it became the member of French Union and permits small French military presence. This agreement continues at the tensions between the French colony and Vietnamese nationalists, eventually leading to the full-scale war between the French and Vietnamese. In the 1951, the Vietnamese Worker Party is the Lao Động, the successor to the Indochinese Communist Party, were formed. And in the 1954, Vietnamese fought defeat the French at the Điện Biên Phủ, making the collapse of French power in Vietnam. And then Vietnam divided into the North region and the South region. The North regions under the Viet Minh control, and the South region under the French control. Still a new South Vietnamese government couldn't establish with unit state support. Ngô Đình Diệm was appointed Prime Minister of Franking government of the South Vietnam. And the 1955 United States began giving military aid to the Diệm regiment. And in the North Vietnam, under the communists organized by Viet Minh, and then in the 1916, the health of Ho Chi Minh is the field, and he withdrew from active decision of the communist insurgent. So after that, in the September in the 1969, he died in the Hanoi. So that's it. This is the milestone of his history. Thank you for watching.